In this video, we're going to go over the controls for stop, start, and jog of a motor starter. We're going to start off using this as our L1 and our L2, our 120 volts for our coil. To make this video truly educational and useful, we have to really know what the components are and what their role in the system is. This is our overload block for our motor starter. So we have to pay attention that the normally closed 95 and 96 are utilized in the connections of our motor starter to keep track of the overloads. What I like to do when I'm hooking up my circuitry is get rid of the easiest stuff first. So while I'm working on this de-energized circuit, I would just assume run my neutral wire over into one side of the normally closed for the motor starter, out the other side of the normally closed, into A2. Now we have our push button controls. We have a normally closed for our stop, normally open for our start, and the purpose of the jog is twofold. The normally open energizes the coil, while the normally closed disables the memory circuit. So starting at the beginning, the purpose of the stop is to interrupt everything. So I'd like to take my energy into my normally closed and my stop. I'm going to go out of my stop and then take power into one side of the normally open of my start button, because the purpose of the start is to fire the coil. Well, all of these contacts are in parallel. The incoming power from the normally open of the start, the incoming power of the normally open from the jog, and the incoming power of the normally closed of the jog. So I'm going to go ahead and connect all those dots. Power into the normally open of my jog. Power in to the normally closed of my jog. Well, what is the purpose of the jog? Well, the jog is designed to disable the memory. It's going to energize the coil while disabling the memory. So there's the memory circuit. Finally, what's the purpose of the start? Well, to energize the coil. Let's connect that one. What's the purpose of the normally open of the jog? Well, it's designed to energize the coil. Connect that one. And finally, what's the purpose of that normally open set of contacts that's in parallel with everything? The start and the jog button? That's to keep the memory open, energized. Now we have all of our connections. We'll energize our circuit. Push the start button. You can see that it's on, the coil's on, holding the memory. Push stop, de-energizes the circuit. We push the jog. Pay attention how the contacts are operating, how you're closing that set and opening the other set. Finally push start, keep that memory circuit. Stop kills it all. And that's the basics of utilizing the stop, start, and jog for a motor starter.